Alright, and this is now still difference between two squares. I'm going to go through the examples in the textbook on page 103. So example 17 says you must factorize x to the power of 4 minus y to the power of 8. So number one, people, there's a minus. And we've got only two terms. Both have even indices, so you know that both of these are squares. Okay, that's how you identify what factorization. And then remember, from here on, your factors will be two brackets. Okay, the first terms will be the same, the two second terms will be the same, and then one bracket has a plus and one bracket has a minus. So remember that for difference between the two squares. Okay, so how do you get it, people? You basically just take the square root of term 1, okay? And remember, I told you to take the square root of an index, you must just divide the index by 2. So x to the power of 4 divided by 2 is x to the power of 2. So write your power, x to the power of 2 and x to the power of 2 as first term. Then for the second term, divide the 8 by 2, which gives you y to the power of 4. Put that in as second term. Oh, wait, it must be a block. Oh, sorry, I mixed it around. And a block, okay? And then you put in your plus and your minus. Now you must be careful, because if you look at the second bracket here, it again is a difference, okay? And this is a square and this is a square. So you can factorize this once more, okay? Meaning you take your first bracket down, okay? That's the same. And then, let me just erase here. For the second bracket, you must now take the square root of the first term and the square root of the second term, okay? And the square root of x to the power of 2 is 2 divided by 2, which is x to the power of 1. And remember, this goes into the first bracket and into the second bracket, okay? Then you take your second term, take the square root, meaning you must divide the index by 2, which gives you y to the power of 4 divided by 2, which gives you y to the power of 2. So write your second term in the bracket and your second term in the bracket. And then one bracket becomes positive and the other bracket becomes negative. And then you are done with this factorization. So all that happens here, really, people, is once you have factorized the first square, or difference between the square, there is just another one. So you do then the second one as well. That's why you have an end product of 3 different brackets. Remember, again, people, you can check your answers by multiplying it out. Now, if you go and look at example 18, this is also just a combination, people. If you look at this, you've got 2 terms, okay? You've got a minus. But look there, there's a 3 and there's a 5 and there's a 1. So it is definitely not squares, okay? But if you look at x and you look at y and you look at z, then you should see that there is a highest common factor. Right, and now you must first take out the highest common factor. Now I'm not going to explain again how to get the highest common factor. I'm just going to go along with the example here. So the highest common factor is 1/3, x to the power of 3, y to the power of 3, and z. And then remainder 1 and remainder 2 go into brackets. So you have taken out the highest common factor. And now if you look at the bracket again, people, 9 is a square number, 1 is a square number, this is an even index, 2 terms. So therefore, this again is the difference between 2 squares. Okay, so now you got your highest common factor, and now you must take the square root of 9y squared, which is 3y. That goes as first term and again as first term. And then the square root of x squared is x, so that goes as second term and as second term. And then one bracket is a plus, this one is a minus, that one is a plus. It doesn't matter which way it is around, people. As long as one bracket is positive and one bracket is negative, then you are right. Okay, and then you again can check, people, by multiplying out the bracket. First term times first term times second term. second term times first term, and second term times second term. And once you have done that, you must multiply the highest common factor, and then you should come back to this as original answer. Okay, I think this is really quite easy factorization, people, so I hope you get on with this. Please practice. I'm giving you a lot of time on each of these topics. Okay, bye.